Hello, welcome to the video. Today we're going to be looking at a package I've received, and this comes from MANUFERHI. And for those of you that know, he's the one that created the ZX Uno boards. So what we've got here is a mechanical keyboard and case for the ZX Uno. So I've just taken it out, I haven't even unwrapped it properly. So as you can see here, we've got what look like, yeah, laser cut acrylic. Very nice. And it's all gonna plug together. Let's have a look at this bit. And includes the ZX Uno. Look at this, look. So it's all been cut nicely, labelled. Don't know what that mark there is, but probably, yeah, it's rubbing off. It's just a little piece of, yeah, sticky or something. But yeah, it's all been nicely etched and that's going to look pretty good together. But the main draw for this is the keyboard. So let's just move this out of the way a second. Now this comes pre-assembled. So let's open it up and have a look. So unlike the case, this is all one unit. This is exactly as I've taken it out of the packet. So yeah, it's backed with a piece of acrylic. Clearly we've got the ribbon cables. And like I said, it is fully assembled. And it's a mechanical keyboard. And if, I mean, get a load of these letters. Look at this. Now these are using, I believe, silver Kayla switches, which are pretty damn good. And all of the keycaps have got the Spectrum stuff etched on. Does feel damn good. Damn good. So yeah. This is the keyboard. Now, for me, one of the big letdowns for the ZX was definitely the keyboard. I mean, I was always a Commodore person. You might know that by the name of the channel. But the Spectrum I still hold quite dear, actually, because I did actually have one back in the day. I had a rubber key 48, and I didn't have it for long. I had it given to me. So I got it working and played a few games on it. And yeah, so I quite actually like them. And I certainly like the ZX a whole shit ton more than the bloody Amstrads. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, I've got this keyboard for the ZX Uno. So what we're going to do is we're going to change it out. Now, let's get my ZX Uno. Here we go. I have actually built mine into quite a funky case. So this is a reproduction Spectrum case. I've hacked it about a bit, but yeah, it looks nice. The problem is the keyboard, and it doesn't matter how nostalgic you are, these keyboards are pretty shit. I'm sorry to say. They're not very nice. They were made for cheapness more than anything else. But anyway, we're going to whip the board out of this and put it into this. So the first thing we're going to have to do is dismantle this replacement. So it should only be a few screws on the back. Yada yada yada. Now I had to hand file a lot of this case, so yeah, it's when I ordered the ZX Uno, I actually ordered it with the joystick ports on the left, and unfortunately it doesn't really go in these cases very well. For that, you really want them on the right. So yeah, not really the end of the world. So we can take that out, expose that, and just take those out of there like so. Now I need to keep this intact because I will be using this for testing the build I'm doing at the moment, which will be in a later video, for a Harlequin. So yeah, let's just move this to one side. Now that is a ZX Uno. So a ZX Uno, for those of you that don't know, let's get that out of the way, is a recreation of a zxspectrum Next. So yeah, they're quite nice machines. I've got a Raspberry Pi Zero here, and that does the TZX loading. As you can see, there's two positions for joysticks, either over here or over here. I should have had these ones populated for going into that case, but I didn't. Hey ho, these things happen. So yeah, nice. I don't know why there's a bit of discoloration appeared around these. I'm gonna have to I'll get some IPA on that and see if we can't sort that out. Looks like a bit of flux residue. Anyway, so this is a reproduction ZX Next, and we're going to put it into a new case. Happy days. So I'm going to look up how to assemble it, and then I'll be back shortly. Right, so here we are. We've got the NGO on the bench. Now I don't know how well it's going to come out, but there's a massive chunk of discoloration on the back of it. I'm going to try and clean it up with one hand while trying to record at the same time, with just a little spray of IPA there, and cotton bud. Oh look, yeah, that's coming right off. It's very difficult to do these things on camera while you're trying to record yourself. So I've flooded the area of IPA, as you can see, and it's just flux residue. Yeah, here we go. Oh, apparently this is a bit more. I have to give this some Ned's head. Okay, you see a slight yellowish tinge coming off to the cotton bud, so it's definitely pulling it off. But I don't like residue because it can, a lot of fluxes are corrosive. There was a good YouTube video, I'll see if I can find a link to it, about a guy that did a test with a load of popular fluxes in solders, and that was really quite an eye-opener. Let's have a, yeah, for some reason this is not doing it. Anyway, I'm going to continue and clean this up, and then we'll get back to putting it back in the case. So yeah, in a bit. Right, just another quick note. So I ended up getting rid of this bit off of here because it was like crystallized on, so I had to knock it off at the end of the screwdriver, and I managed to clean it up. As you can see now, it's all gone. I'd like to point out that I suspect these boards were made by MANUFERHI and sent to resellers, and I think I got it from a reseller, and I think he may have added these two ports and used a different solder, hence why there was a lot of discoloration. But anyway, it's all gone, so yeah, let's get back to putting it together. Right, so here we are. We're ready to assemble this whole thing now, and I've removed the Raspberry Pi and the Wi-Fi module. I've had a look at the instructions from MANUFERHI, but unfortunately they're in Spanish. So it seems the first thing we've got to do is we've got to put the nuts and bolts into the 6 holes. However, one of the things I don't like the look of is we're going to be mounting these through a hole like that, which I think is a bit sloppy, to be honest with you, but no matter. So what we do is literally spin those on. Don't know quite how we're going to centralize them yet. So I've separated all the fixings out, They come in a nice little bag all ready to go. But the holes are like throwing a welly down an alleyway. It's, yeah. I suspect it would have been better to have like a 3D printed washer you could drop in, but no matter, it should be okay. So yeah, as I said, there's 6 of them. It's quite fiddly. These holes here are quite massive compared to they're almost as big as the nut, which concerns me a little bit, I must admit. I mean, look at this, look. So how much slop you got in there. So we're just gonna spin them up by hand for now. Now I don't know if you've seen these NGO boards, but they're really quite good, and they're 100% compatible as far as I know with the actual ZX Next. There we go. Those of you that know me or have watched other stuff on my channel know that I'm a big fan of emulation and FPGAs. I also like the crispness of HDMI output. I know people say, oh, it looks like an emulator. Well, to me, that's not really an insult. That's okay. Right, so one more. Now, I've got to remember which one it goes in. I think it's this one. It's not going to be a problem because I'm not going to be doing them up too tight. There we go. So we just do that. Spin it on. Now, I'm not doing a lot with it, so let's just leave that there for the time being. Let's get the parts out now. So what we're going to need now is the bottom. Just move these out of the way. Better. Right. So the bottom is, yeah, it's coated. So it's going to go round that way, I believe. That doesn't look right. Alright, so those 2 holes line up there, that one there. Ah, there we go. Right, so this bolt here, he says, good job I didn't spin it up too hard, actually goes through this one there. Don't know how much more cack-handed I can make that look. Come on, get on there. Right, spin that on. There we go. Right, so that will actually line up there. Yeah, that's got it. So these are the ones you need. This one at the top, these 2 at the side, these 2 at this side, and the one furthest forward at the bottom. Okay, so we're going to need to peel off the plastic. Now I believe it's shiny. No. Well, it is in his video anyway. It's actually a very nice matte, which is much better. You can see I haven't done this before. So what we've got to do now is we've got to get this nailed down and then get it in there like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab a pair of pliers and spin the nuts on. I have just noticed though that the holes in this base plate are quite chunky as well, so there is a bit of slop in this. So what we're going to do is just tighten up each one of these. As you can see here, if I keep my finger on it, shouldn't need, there we go. Now, I'm not saying monkey fist the fucking board apart. I'm saying just nip it up tight. You don't need to wring the tits out of it. Now, if you do get one that starts to spin, you may need... Oh, no, it's tightening. Hang on. Got it. That one will be alright. You may need to just hold the other side of a pair of pliers, but no, that's all done. So, in our bag of fixings, what we've got left is a whole bunch of screws. These all look to be the same size. So we need to fix this to our base plate. And I'm going to have to take the plastic off this side as well. If you don't, you're going to end up screwing it down and not being able to pull the plastic off properly. Okay, right, that's that side off as well. Which side did I have up first? Yada yada yada, like that. So that will then go like that. And you can see now that they're starting to line up underneath. So all we have to do is spin these down. Now, because of the amount of slop in there, they might need repositioning, so I'm just going to nip them up. Again, no monkey fisting. Just enough just to lock it in. There we go. That's well off centre, that one. The reason why this might be an issue is some of the ports and that have to line up in the back plates, but that's how it should look. So it's on its back plate and ready to go. So let's see what other plates we got here. It's a front plate. Boom, 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 boom. And we have a nice back plate there, or front plate. Okay, so what have we got here? This is our back plate. Again, a nice etch. We're going to need to fit the switch. Clearly fit it round the right way, with the one being towards this side. Just pushes in. Nice. So what we've got to do there is, should have taken that off first, but I don't think it's going to matter really. There we go. Very nice. So that's all ready to go, and that will just pop into the back there like so. Now, I'm going to need to remove that. Right, the reason for that is we're going to need to use more of these fixings and the standoffs. And the standoffs appear to go outside of these fixings. So, for example, there are, let's just move that out of the way. These are 3 posts, and what we need to do is take a post, and they're double-ended, so you can guess that's what's going to fix both sides, and just spin that on there. Believe it or not, that's actually a lot tighter than I thought it was about to be. So let's just tighten that up. Yep. Not really sure how you're going to get a good bite on that. Oh, this one's better. Yep. Now the big ones go at the back because it is slanted forward, so shouldn't be any real surprise there. There we go. Nice. Okay. Let's find the front ones as well. Make sure that everything can go in nicely. Okay, so it's not going to happen. The reason for that is I need to take these out. That's no problem. Luckily, I made a little plate up for my replica ZX board, and I had to take that off, so these are not done up tight, they're just finger tight. So we'll just remove these. Just goes to show that I haven't done it before. There we go. Now that front should slip on without any problem. Look at that. And it's in. Very nice. That'll clean up afterwards. Could take the plastic off the back, but there's not a lot of point. Right, so also you've got these in the front. So we're going to take more of these black fixings. Now you're going to have to put this front plate in first, because I don't see how you're going to be able to tighten it up afterwards, or slip it in afterwards, because you're going to have to go over the front of the joystick ports. So you're going to have to do it this way around, I suspect. There we go. There we go. Very nice. Right, now we're into a part now where I really can't remember what happened. So I'm going to make this up as I go along now. Sorry, but that's just how it's going to be. So let's put the back plate in. That should slide straight down. Not really cause much of an issue. Like so. Now I do believe that jumper comes off, and then that switch goes on there like so. Just like that. Now what we've got here is some more parts. We're going to have to take plastic off these. Must admit, I do like the matte. In his install video, he's got shiny pieces, and the matte does look a lot better. Now, okay. One of the things he did at the beginning of the video was to put the caps on the switches. Now, I made white ones. I 3D printed them before when I had it in the replacement case. But this one comes with 3 coloured ones. I'm not sure how good they are because he glued them on, so it might not just be an interference fit. But you can see on these side plates that the keyboard is parallel here, and then this is the top, so clearly the top goes at the back. Just like that. It's really nothing funky here, is it? I mean, it's not rocket science. So, that's why he did it. Yeah, these are big. They're going to need gluing on. I can do that afterwards. That's no problem. Just make sure that they're fairly central. As you can see, mine are. I think all the SD card. Let's just offer that up. Yeah, no issue at all. Lovely. Okay. So what did we have next? Now, next was, I believe, this. And this is just a long, thin, and what I can only describe as a base plate. It's for support, and you'll see why in a second. Quite a clever design, really. So I think I need to put the keyboard in first. Ah, okay. Right. Yep. There's the problem. Okay, so this post here is going to rest on the board. And if I just look at that, that's going to go right where them switches are. Oh dear. So it's right in line there. There. So it gives you this sticky pad, and the idea of it is to do this. I know it looks like a janky solution, but it's so that you can still support the keyboard without damaging the board. I don't like the way that's going to sit on it, but I guess it must be right. So we've got to plug in our ribbons, and there's 3 of these. It's already pre-built this, so you just got to plug it all in. It's ready to go. There's a tongue at the front, and that will go in there. There's 2 side supports that will go in this side. There we go. This side, however, I better take the plastic off. There we go. Lovely. Now, I have to manoeuvre it until all the tongues, there we go. It's all in. Nice. Very nice. Surprisingly sturdy. Now, if we have just a quick look. Oh, look at that. Right in the middle of the pad. Superb. Right. So, we've got to start stiffening this up, and this is what happens here. So this is going to fit down the front here like so. And what we're going to do, which way around does that go? I don't think it matters. Okay. So we're going to put the middle one in first. And then the outsides. There we go. Nice. And then we have a rear that goes in. But I think at this point I'm going to quickly drop back in my Wi-Fi and Raspberry Pi, making damn sure not to get the pins wrong. Yep, excellent. Alright, so what we're going to do now, I believe, is put the back on. And that will clip through those four, like that. And again, we just tighten down. I am going to give it a little bit of force as I tighten these up though. Don't want them coming undone later. Nice. So we're almost complete. Now this is the front fascia. So we need to, again, take the plastic off. I do like the way it is shipped with the plastic on, as it keeps it nice. It's all laser cut. Now, on the back here, there's not plastic. So, they're actually sticky pads. So this is more of a cosmetic cover. So let's just remove these sticky pads. As you can see. It says how you, yeah. Challenge here is to remove the top coat and not the whole bloody pad. There we go. As you can see, double-sided sticky tape. Oh, it's starting to take the bottom as well. Now on his video, he actually uses a pair of tweezers, and that is a damn good shout. However, my tweezers are not in the room with me, so there we go. Gonna have to be careful fingernails, I think. Here we go, nearly done. Last one. There we go. Now the idea of this is really quite simple. It's to line it up, plug it in and push it down. It will stick to this front fascia, so you can still remove it if you have to. And then it's together. Ta-da! Here we are. All the cutouts look nice. Everything's nicely labelled. It's actually quite a nice case, believe it or not. I know there's going to be some of you saying, oh, you should have stuck with the other one. No, I don't think so. This keyboard, I mean, listen to this. Mechanical switches all the way. So yeah, we've got the NGO built up. All we've got to do now is hook it up and give it a fire up. So, in a bit. So there I was so quick to go, I forgot about the feet. So, we'll quickly do that. So we'll flip it over. remove any debris or whatever. And I forgot, you actually get these. And all we're going to do is, there's 6 of them, so we're just going to space them on the bottom nicely near the corners. We'll go like that. Like that. It's quite hard rubber actually on this, it's quite good. There we go. It's very difficult to do these sort of things on camera. People don't really appreciate just how much of a pain it is to make a YouTube video. Now when you're trying to do something, doing it on video makes it a lot more complex. And there we have it. 6 rubber pads. Very nice, very happy with that. So, we're going to go back to my original idea now and get it fired up. So, again, in a bit. Okay, so, here you can see we're all set up. I've got a C128 with an MSX perched on top here, and then the NGO perched on top of that. So yeah, nothing like being prepared. So yeah, we're all plugged in. Let's fire this up and zoom in a bit. So here we go. There we go. Ah, superb. Okay, so press space. Oh, that feels nice. Command line. Oh, that does feel nice. Yeah, don't like it, but there you go. Superb. So let's just reset that. Oh, hang on, let's judder the camera a bit. Boom. How about that? Better. Right, browser. So what we've got here. Demos. Let's go next mode. Oh, it's lost its crumpets. No, it ain't. Look at that. So yeah, just going to turn that down a little bit. So, oh, there we go. Nice. I don't think I've ever watched any real demos on the Spectrum. I'll have to give that a go. I do like the HDMI output though. It's very crisp. Don't know what the hell that's meant to say. Anyway, so the ZX, I'll get it right in a minute. The NGO mechanical keyboard. I'm going to link to it in the description. It's definitely worth it in my opinion and feels really nice. Yeah, it addresses one of the big letdowns for me on the Spectrum, was definitely the keyboard. Although the recreations look good, and the white one does, yeah, it's still a dead flesh keyboard, and they were never much cop, if we're really honest. It might look nice, but that's about it. But these are actually functional, and it makes it a much more usable machine. I don't know what the keys are like on the real ZX Next. I don't have one of those, and I'm unlikely to get one as well. But the thing being is, these are silver Kayla. Let's zoom out a bit. There we go. These are silver Kayla mechanical switches which, you know, people know is generally a really good switch. Believe it or not, once this is all together, it's very sturdy, and I'm really happy with it. So yeah, he also sells just the keyboard like I got, or you can get an entire NGO solution from him, and they're a lot cheaper than a ZX Next, trust me. So yeah, all in all, a win. And I really like these machines as well, they're really nice. So in a future video, I'm going to be reusing that Dead Flesh keyboard case for my Harlequin build, and we're going to find out how we're going to get on with that. I'm waiting for a couple of chips and that'll be complete. And don't forget to check out my compadres in the description. They got some good channels and they got all sorts of things going on. That's well worth a look. So take it easy, and I'll catch you on the next one.